I also don't think that it's crazy for a woman to reach her 30s and still not be married because these men don't want to be married for real. Like women hear it in their 20s all the time. I ain't ready for all of that. I ain't, I gotta get my career. I ain't got no money. I can't afford it. I ain't ready. Men do that all the time. Men do that to women in their 20s all the time.
You and your childhood sweetheart, who I think you dated all throughout high school, you thought you were gonna marry her, right? Back in the day?
Man, I thought I was gonna marry a lot of girls.
Really?
Yeah, I thought there's never in a million years did I think I was gonna be 37 single.
And you think that's why? Because of work?
No, I've seen too much too.
Okay.
I've seen too much in my life.
Okay, and that means what?
I'm tainted. I mean, you can imagine the things that I've seen. Married women leaving their boyfriends on the spot, like leaving their boyfriend in the club. Like, I mean, everything under the sun that you can imagine. I'm giving you the super G version.
Why do we want the G version?
Ladies, men under 40 ain't ready for no marriage. Hell no. Niggas in their 20s and 30s, they not ready to be husbands. They not, I promise you. If they in their 20s, they probably don't have their money right. And if they do got their money right, they fucking on these hoes. A lot of niggas in their 30s don't have their life together. They don't have their money right. But if they do got their money right, they fucking on these hoes because they didn't get to fuck on these hoes in their 20s. Testosterone too high in men in their 20s and 30s. No, they still hunting. They still want to be out there with the hoes. They ain't ready to pack it up yet. Especially niggas in their 30s that still got their hair. Oh, you're not gonna get them. You're not gonna get them. 40s and up, ladies. 40s and up. By 40, niggas testosterone go down. Way down. Niggas in their 40s, they not hunting coochie like they used to. They chilling. So they ready for marriage. No cap.
So who are we to marry?
But would you accept the idea that it's possible that it's not unrealistic for wifely women or good women to reach their
No,
target?
because these are not just women who sleep around. These are not.
That's not
This
the
is
only
not
thing that
it.
makes you unwifely, Bo.
I hate when women like brag about their career points and like, 'cause I love it, but I hate it because it's like you're never investing to a man like I'm gonna invest into a woman anyway. So
Right.
it's kind of pointless
true.
for us. To
How do you
even
know
be-
that's true though? Women
That's
invest into a
100%.
man mentally and not financially. I could be your manager. I can make sure you're making right plays. I can give you intuition.
could
I
be
can show
my
you things.
manager.
Yeah. Like I've been with a man where I'm helping you make the right decisions because I'm a businesswoman. So it just
You don't respect this nigga.
that's not true.
So you got to come in and make all his business
That's
decisions
not what
for
I'm
him off the
saying.
rip.
That's not what I'm saying. Women have an intuition that men don't have. So I can see things that you may not see, just like a man can see things I can't see. That's why women were made for each other. So if I get it, if you don't have that or you don't see that or you don't value that, but there's a lot of ways that a woman can invest into a man. Investing into a man could be making sure your breakfast is made, making sure this is prepared for you, anticipating your needs before you know you need that. I already anticipated that for you. I already have that ready for you. So guess what? Bill Gates and the most successful men in the world, you know what they say? The less decisions they have to make, the more successful they are.
All the things that you saying that you could do for a nigga is like the rich nigga. The broke nigga ain't even gonna be around you. Like the medium, ugly, not successful man, he gonna be out the door before you can make breakfast. You talking about, yo, I can make breakfast for you. That sound like for a man with a lifestyle that's just kind of like laid back, like you could fill in the blanks for it. If I'm hustling like that and I'm really trying to, because ultimately, like I'll never tell you if you're my girl, but if I'm still like at this level and me and you are our level, then it's in my nature to want to have more than you so I can provide for
Yeah,
you, right?
I get that.
So you think that you're gonna be able to make me breakfast if I gotta go and be out, I'm out the door at 6 a.m. if we living like that.
I understand that.
So you're not really doing nothing.
Well, the important thing I think is for the woman to recognize what the man
I'm not
needs.
really doing nothing. It's crazy.
It's
Okay.
pussy.
Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, the important thing for a woman is to recognize what a man need, and if it's
That's
just
what I'm saying.
coochie or comfort, you know, it's men out there like that you know they got everything covered.
Yeah.
But so then men like that, they feel like, you know, I could probably get that from any girl. So you act right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So act right. So as long as you act right, we locked in.
Yeah.
Do you have
know?
kids?
No.
See, that's the flyest thing that you could bring to the table. Like, yo, I don't have kids and I'll be able to like have my first child with you. I think that's the bargaining chip for you over any other girl that might got kids or got other shit going on. That's what you bring to the table. Like my womb ain't been, you know what I'm saying, tampered with.
All right. I never thought about that.
That's a flex.
Clock it or whatever the girl said.
Okay.
But is it like, you know, women with no kids, like we talked about this. Is a woman with no kids in her 30s, is that like attractive or is it a red flag? Because some men think it's attractive. Some men think it's a red flag. Some be like, why aren't you, you know, it's a lot of questions that come up with that. Like, what you think about that?
I just think it's behavior. So when if I'm attracted to you and you don't have no kids, and like certain people would look at it as a red flag, but to me, it's just like, what's your behavior like when you get around me? Are you on some hot girl shit? Are you just a fun time? Are you somebody I could take serious? I think a lot of times, even with me, like you could be so lusty over a woman and be like, damn, like I can't wait to entertain this girl. And you'll be thinking that she'll be coming in a different perspective, but she's just really a fun time. So you just gotta honor it like that, you know?
No, the difference. Because you don't have kids, right?
Nope.
Do you want kids?
Yeah.
That's like a big deal for a man to not have kids these days. Most women meet men with kids, and having no kids, like you can look at it like, is it a red flag that you're, you know, X amount of age and you don't have kids? But then at the same time, you know, I don't think it is, because I think that's someone who made smart decisions and didn't want to have a kid with someone they knew they weren't going to be with long term. So it's kind of like,
you think that's true though?
What?
Like why don't you have kids?
I never found someone that I wanted to have kids with.
So
I never thought the situation was right. The timing wasn't right. The situation wasn't right. It didn't feel right. Like I always say, the man who gets me to have his baby is a cold motherfucker. I'll tell you that, because I will not have a baby by a man that I feel like the situation isn't right. The timing isn't around. I don't care if it's the richest nigga in the world. I will not have that baby, because I will only have a baby.
The richest nigga in the world?
Yeah, I'm not having a baby for money.
That's cap.
But it's the richest dude in the world.
It's not cap,
You
because
had sex with the richest man in the world, so you fucked with him.
But this is what I'm saying. The reason I say that is because my having a child is connected to me having a partnership, a foundation, love, something I can bring my child into the world that's not a broken family. And if that happens, it happens, because it could.
Ain't
I could
nothing gonna
be married.
be broken. Ain't nothing gonna be broken with the richest nigga in the world.
But the thing is I'm not listening. I could be married and I could get a divorce.
It's true.
Nah, for real.
And I
Ain't
could
nothing
start
broke
with the
in that
foundation.
category.
You know what I'm saying? I could start with all of that, and I want to at least know I'm starting on a strong foundation. I want to know that our moral compass is aligned. So if we don't work out, we can handle this really like copacetic. You know what I mean? And I just feel like I don't care like who it is. If I don't feel like that's timing is right, I'm not going to do it. And I'm getting older, so I
think
get
that's
that.
a red flag more than you not having a baby.
Is what?
That you dated for how many years you dated, and you felt like none of the niggas that you fuck with was able to like.
Yeah,
take
that is a red
chance with.
flag for sure.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Again, all you got to do is let women talk, and they will give you everything that you need to understand how full of shit they are. She said she wouldn't have a baby by the richest nigga in the world. Okay, but if you fucking the richest nigga in the world and you get pregnant, you are definitely keeping that baby. Like, there's not a woman breathing, mom, aunt, grantee, whatever woman you can think of included, that is not going to keep that child. Like, it's again, nobody's like you saying, you know what? Here's a lottery ticket for $500 billion. I don't want it. You take it. That shit doesn't fucking happen. And then two, he had a really good point saying, that's wild. So you've been fucking around and dating all this long and ain't found a nigga worth having a baby with? She made herself look crazy when she said that. That's like if she been dating for 10 years and fucking with all of these different niggas and ain't found one yet that was worth settling down with or having a baby. The common denominator between all those 20 or 60 dicks is her. Like, just let them talk, fellas. That's all you got to do.
So I was thinking the same thing before he even said it. That was just wild. And then one of the things that she mentioned is she said, I will not have that baby, as if she would get rid of it. So just because a woman did not physically birth a child doesn't mean that she's never been pregnant before. So, but that's a red flag for you to date that long and be in however old she is in her 30s and haven't found a man worthy enough to settle down with yet.
I agree. I don't give people points because they pro-abortion and all that type of stuff, which is most people position. Like they've been fucking raw. You just ain't got no kids because of whatever y'all chose to do about it. But I don't give you points for being pro-abortion versus other people who are like, yeah, I'm just not pro-abortion. We had the babies.
Hey, I think she said in the interview, Mont, that she don't let dudes that she's not in a relationship with hit her raw. So even that's true though, she's admitting that she does have unprotected sex with niggas she's not in a relationship with. Like
Right.
again,
But she said I won't have that baby. As if
But I also don't think that it's crazy for a woman to reach her 30s and still not be married, because these men don't want to be married for real. Like, women hear it in their 20s all the time. I ain't ready for all of that. I got to get my career. I ain't got no money. I can't afford it. I ain't ready. Men do that all the time. Men do that to women in their 20s all the time. And these are
sounds like being
not like
responsible.
these are no, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it's not unreasonable for women to reach their 30s and still not be married, because men in their 20s do not want to get married. So who are we to marry?
But would you accept the idea that it's possible that it's not unrealistic for wifely women or good women to reach their 30s?
No, because these are not just women who sleep around. These are not.
That's not
This
the
is
only
not
thing that
that.
makes you unwifely, Bo.
I
Being a hoe.
understand that, but
Okay.
what I'm saying is there are women who are worthy of being wives. Listen, as far as I know, I don't know, but like, for all intents and purposes, like, women in their 20s are like, they're very naive. They're willing to go along with what a man says. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're easier to lead because they are naive. And so I think that that would be the perfect time to marry a woman if that's what you guys want. But you wait until we reach our 30s and you like, all right, I think now that my dick is getting soft, let me get married. And like, I'm just like, you could have like, you could have married me when I was in my 20s. So yeah, like, men generally don't. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that, because men do want to be established. But do you want to be established, get your career off the ground, get money, and get a woman, or do you want to build with a woman? Because you fuss at women for not wanting to build with you, but you also don't want to get, like, you don't want to get married because you want to build your own. Like, it's super confusing. So it's not unreasonable. Is my point.
Men don't want to get married because those 20-year-old women still expect that nigga to have 35, 40-year-old nigga shit a lot of times. And he hasn't had enough time to go get those things. So
correct. But there are women out there.
No,
There
no
are
argument.
20-some-year-old women
We're not
out there
saying
that
there
do
are
not
no
expect
women.
it.
We're not talking about there are no women, but the majority of
Mhm.
women that men are going to meet in their 20s still expect him to perform at a level which he is not capable of.
Right.
I
But
disagree
and
with
we
that.
need to
fact that
stop
they get
socializing
attention
our
from
girls
those
like
other
that.
men. Like a 22-year-old girl's got 35, 40, 30, 40-year-old niggas trying to get with her. Those dudes are going to be further along in the race of life than her 25-year-old contemporary.
Right.
I disagree
But
with you, Willie.
what I'm saying
we can
is,
prove what I'm saying. I didn't give you an opinion. I gave you a fact. You
All right,
did not like it.
let's do it.
That's a thing we can do, but you can't.
I would argue that most 22-year-old women are dating men around their same age as them, and they're not expecting them to have stuff that 40-year-old men
I didn't
have.
say that they weren't. I said that they're still getting attention from those men, so they have to compete with those men. Is what I was talking about.
Oh yeah. So cool. So they're getting attention from those men, but they're not landing with those men, right?
No, they're just fucking
dating.
them. You're right. No argument there. We don't disagree, champ. We've had this conversation before. So you are going to listen. See, you about to do that shit again. You're arguing a point I didn't make. I'm saying that the men that girls, that 22-year-old girl, her contemporaries, or 22-year-old men are competing with older men, 25 years old, 28 years old, 30 years old, because those men also want those young women.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and it's the opposite of what like these old women do when they get mad at older men for liking younger women, because they realize they have to compete with these younger women for the same men.
Yeah, I just heard the number 40, and that's where I was combating. But
that was just me giving you the top end of the range. I don't think, I don't think a 45-year-old nigga should be fucking with a 20-year-old runner either. But biologically, I understand why one would.